the class. Our last class we have completed 2A, the Dear Departed 1, right? The Dear Departed 1, what is the content in the Dear Departed 1? It is a role play, students. It is a role play, and can you remember the characters in this lesson? What are those characters? Amelia and Elizabeth. Who were Amelia and Elizabeth? Amelia and Elizabeth were sisters. And who were their husbands? Mr. Henry and Jordan. Henry and Jordan were their husbands. Henry was the husband of Amelia and Elizabeth's husband is Jordan. Okay? And Victoria is the daughter of Amelia Slater. And Abel Merriweather. Abel is the father of Amelia and Elizabeth. Okay? And in our first play, what happened? The Amelia and Elizabeth, they had expected that their father was expired and they started sharing the things. They were quarreling. No good relation to them. As the sisters, they are not maintaining any good relation. And they were not in such a sadness that their father was expired. They were fighting for his property. They are expecting that he paid some premium, insurance premium, and they are fighting for the amount. But actually, really Mr. Abel was died. Abel Merriweather was died. No, he was not died. He slept actually. He slept simply, but everyone thought that he was dead. When Victoria went to get the keys from the room of her grandpa, she expected that her grandfather was not dead. He was alive, and he came to her mother and told that no, grandpa was not dead and he was getting up. But they thought that a ghost was coming down. They thought that a ghost was coming down. Not a ghost. Their father was alive. He was not dead. Now slowly he was coming into the play. Until that we have seen only 5 characters. Now 6th character was entered. Who was the 6th character? 6th character is the father of Amelia and Elizabeth. What was the father character name? Abel Merriweather. Okay. Now we had been into the page number 43, students. You open them, then our play starts. Okay. Abel came down. Slowly he came down. What's the matter with the little Vicky? Vicky means what? Victory. Vicky in the sense victory. He sees Ben and Mrs. Jordan. Hello, what brings you here? How is yourself, Ben? Abel thrusts his hand at Ben, who skips back smartly and repeats with Mr. Jordan to a safe distance below the sofa. So immediately what? Actually he came. Hey, what's the matter? Why it's happening? And immediately he saw his one more daughter and son-in-law. Who was that one more daughter? Elizabeth and Jordan. Elizabeth is daughter now. Jordan is her husband. When did you come? Why did you come? How did you come? Abel was asking it. How are you? He was asking them. Abel has, what Jordan has hesitated. Really is a man or a ghost? They are thinking. Mrs. Slater is Amelia, Victoria's mother, approaching Abel gingerly. Father, is that you? She spoke him with her hand to see if he is solid. So she went to her father, Victoria's mother Amelia, and she touched him. She touched his hand and has him. Are you okay? Are you really my father? See, she was in such a state that my father was dead. How he had come? She was in that constance only. She doesn't have any sense that he was alive. Abel, of course it's me. Oh, don't do that, Amelia. What do Abel do you mean by this term firmly? So, why are you touching me? Why are you holding my hand like this? Why are you making me fun? So, I'm me only, your father. See, he's talking in a nice way. Mrs. Jordan, you took us by surprise, father. Are you keeping quite well? Mrs. Jordan is don't get confused. Elizabeth. Okay, her husband name is Jordan, right? So that's why they are saying it Mrs. Jordan. So she is saying it. Are you well, father? Are you good? Are you okay? See, there were expectations. What they expected? They thought that he was dead. He was no more. They are ready to share the money, but they are not ready to share him. Nowadays, the situation is like that. Nowadays, the situation is like that. She is not expecting that was happened. They thought that he was no more. Now he was here before them only. He was ready. He is talking them in a nice way. And when Amelia touched him, he was not tolerating that. Hey, why are you touching me? I am okay. And why are you doing such things? He was shouting on Amelia. And Mrs. Jordan, are you quite well? Abel, hey, I am right enough to, but a bit of headache. Amelia, what the dickens did I do with my new slippers? See, immediately he's asking. I'm quite well. Because old people will get irritated if you ask them many questions. It's not it. Continuously if you ask any questions, they get irritated. It's not it. So, even Abel also had irritated on Amelia. Hey, how many times you are asking me? I'm very good. And a little bit of headache is there, but I'm fine. Where are my new slippers? Because she brought her slippers to her husband. Henry, she gave that slippers to Henry to wear. It's not it. Hey, don't wear your slippers. My father brought new slippers. You wear that slippers. Even though they are not comfortable also, she forced him to wear the slippers. It's not it. So he was shouting now. Her father was shouting on Amelia that where are my new slippers? Mrs. Lander, aren't they by her father? Abel, I don't see them. Observing Henry trying to remove the slippers. Why? You have got them on, Henry. So Henry wore them, no? Who was Henry? Husband of Amelia. Amelia told her husband to wear them, no? They were on his feet now. He wore them. So he was looking his slippers. They were on his feet. So slowly he is removing the slippers. Slowly when he was removing his slippers, what Amelia's father had seen, hey, why do you wear my slippers? Actually, they are not enough to him. Even though they are not comfortable, forcefully Amelia told him to wear. That's why he wore them. Mrs. Lander, I told him to put them on to stretch them. They were that new and hard. Now Henry. Mrs. Lander snatches the slippers from Henry and gives them to Abel, who puts them on and sits in the armchair. So what she did? He was shouting now. Amelia's father was shouting on her. Why you had removed my slippers and why did you keep them? Why did you keep them? He was shouting now. So that's why due to that reason, she removed the slippers from her husband's foot and she gave to her father. Okay, now he was wearing. Mrs. Jordan, well, I don't call that delicate step into a dead man's shoe in such haste. Victoria runs across to Abel and sits on the floor at his feet. Victoria, oh grandpa, I'm so glad you are not dead. So, I don't call the delicate stepping into a dead man's shoe in such haste. Mrs. Jordan in the sense what? Elizabeth. Mrs. Jordan in the sense Elizabeth is saying that I don't want to see the dead man's slippers to my husband. See, she don't want it. She was unable to tolerate the feeling. And Victoria, small girl, her granddaughter, she was asking her grandfather, Grandpa, I am very happy that you are alive. You are not dead. Small girl, no. She doesn't know these all tricks. So openly she was talking to her grandpa. And Mrs. Lander, hold your tongue, Victoria. So her mother was shouting on her because she will say all things no. She will say all things. Sometimes, situations. Remember students, small children before 10 years, they don't know what is right, what is wrong. They will speak openly. Right? Situations. Sometimes even in our houses also, our mother will say, if any neighbors will come, if they will ask any chili powder, if sugar, we will say that, hey, no, nothing. Even in our house also it is completed. But small children, hey, no, my father brought, it is there, they will tell. It's not it. My father brought, auntie, it is there in our house. They will tell everything because they don't have a matured mind. And absolutely it is innocence. And Victoria is only 10 years old girl, and that too she has an affection with her grandpa. And she is not like her mother. She is not like her. Of course, when she said to change her dress also, she understood, because if she doesn't change her dress, her mother will shout at her and she will scold her. So due to that reason, she changed her dress. But now she was very happy her grandpa was alive. So when she was talking to her grandpa, what Victoria is shouting on her, hey, shut your mouth, be quiet. She was shouting because she doesn't want to reveal all the things which will happen. And Abel, hey, what's that? Who's gone dead? So he was asking, hey, who is dead? And why she was talking? Mrs. Lander, Victoria she says sorry about your head. Actually, she was saying sorry to your head. See how she was covering, how she was adjusting the words of her daughter, you see. Abel, thank you, Vicky, but I am feeling better. Because he told headache now. I have a little bit of headache is there, no? See, she was covering the words of her daughter in such a way that she was saying sorry to your head. Because headache is coming, so she's saying sorry. See how she was adjusting. Situational coverage. So she's doing it. Well, by then, you are in mourning and listen to. And Amelia and Henry and little Vicky. Who's gone there? It's someone in the family. So actually Abel is saying, no, something is wrong. You're saying someone is dead. Who was dead? Any close relatives were dead. So Abel, means father of Amelia, was asking it. Mrs. Slatter, no one you know, father, a relation of Ben's. Ben's relation. She changed it. She changed the word. Her husband's relatives were dead. She was saying it to her father. Her husband's relatives, far relatives, they were dead. She was saying it. Abel, what relation of Ben? Okay, Ben, whose relation of Ben? His brother. Ben's brother was dead, she is saying. Oh, Ben, Mrs. Slatter, damn it. I never had one. Abel, dear, and what was his name, Ben? Ben, his name is Eric. Mrs. Slatter, right side of the table prompting Frederick. Mr. Jordan, left side of the table prompting Albert. Ben, Eric, Albert, Isaac. Abel, Isaac. And where did your brother Isaac die? Ben, in Australia. Abel, well, I suppose you have only been waiting for me to begin tea. I'm feeling hungry. So actually she said that Henry Ben's brother was dead. So first of all, they were telling that, see, they don't have, actually he doesn't have any brothers only. He doesn't have any brothers. They changed many names, you see. First they told Frederick, then they told Albert, then they told that Albert Isaac. Okay? Many names they changed. Okay, then where will he stay? He asked. He will stay in Australia. Where will he stay? Australia. Okay, whatever it is, whoever your brother may be. That old man got irritated and he asked, shall we have tea? I think you are waiting for tea. Just we will take some tea. Abel, well, I suppose you have been waiting for to begin tea. I am feeling hungry. That old man is feeling hungry. Mrs. Slatter taking up the kettle. I will make tea. I will make tea, father. Abel, come along now. Sit you down and let's be jolly. So let us all together sit and have tea. I wanted to talk to you. Abel want to talk to their daughters. Abel, suddenly recollecting by Amelia and Henry, what the devil do you mean by shifting my bureau out of my bedroom? Henry and Mrs. Slatter are speechless. Do you hear me, Henry, Amelia? So, actually, when they were having tea, meanwhile, on the dining table, Abel was asking Amelia and her husband, Henry, why did you bring my bureau down? Why did you bring my bureau down? Who told you to bring my bureau? It was in my room and I have to look after it. Why did you bring that down? So they were asking it. They were asking who brought you down. Then, both of them were speechless. They were speechless. No words were coming out to them. They don't know what is happening. They don't know what's going to be done. So they are amazed to know that, hey, what happened it was. They don't know anything to be happened. So, Mrs. Jordan, what bureau was that, father? Abel, why my bureau? That one I bought. My bureau, I bought it. No, with my money I bought it. Who brought that to down? So it is my bureau. It should be in my room. So no one should not use it. It was mine. It will be with mine. So no one should not touch that. So he was angry and he was shouting on her daughter and son-in-law. Who brought the bureau down, students? Who brought the bureau? Emilia and Henry. Because they thought that Elizabeth could come and share the things. So before they share the things, if they get the bureau down, it will not come under the equal property. They thought that and they brought the bureau down. But actually, what happened? Her father was not dead. With his money only, he brought the bureau. And in place of the bureau, what they did? They kept an old almirah with a drawer chest. Right? They put that. But she was aware of the things. He was aware of those things. He knows it well. He knows it well. It's not it. So it has happened and it had continued. And here, we had got to know some things that even though their father was not dead, both the daughters had expected that He was died, and they fought for the property, they fought for the insurance, they fought for the premium, they had fought for the things, they fought for the gold watch, everything they fought. Actually, main person was alive. He was not dead. He was real. He is before them. And even those things were there, even though without awareness, both the sisters had fought and struggled for a long time. But they did not think one moment for their father's feelings, emotions. They did not shed their tears in their eyes for their father. Is not it? See, this is a reality. It's going to be happening in society among all the people. Relation values, of course, far away relatives, if they will fight for our property, if they will do anything, we can expect that, we can say that this may happen. But even the near people, even relatives, children also, if they will do such things, with whom will share students? With whom will share? Elizabeth and Emilia, both they were daughters. When their father, then they think that he was died, they should shed their tears. They did not shed tears. They fought for their property, and they thought that, did he pay insurance? Will he get money? We will share things, we will see this, we will see that. They had this all. How silly thing it was, and that to Emilia, she was teaching a wrong thing, a wrong concept to her daughter to do the same. Now she was treating her father like that. Victoria will not repeat the same. One day will come. It will be continued with the same. Emilia also will get the position of her father Abel. She will also go into the same way. Then how Victoria will treat her mother? She will also do the same. She has not an aware sense of in that way. She has did a wrong thing to her father. But even her father doesn't know this all. Her father doesn't know this all. But once if he got to know that their daughters only were doing this all, as their daughters they are not taking responsibility, they are fighting for their money, they are fighting for their gold watch, and these many things they were doing it. Once if he got to know what was his feeling, what was his emotion, just they did not expect it is going to be happen. Okay students, here we had come to the half of the lesson, the Dear Departed 2, and we will continue our lesson in our next video, and just note down the homework. Okay, what's the homework? Write the glossary. Write the glossary of 2B in classwork. In classwork, where it's like famous, we should write this glossary one time in classwork book. Okay students, we will meet and we will continue our class in our next video. Thank you so much and be careful.